My beautiful Aqua Soul family, Aqua Gang, what it do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message for my beautiful Aquarian souls. I hope you guys are doing super fantastic. We're going to tap into that new energy. Holy angels and spirit guides give us exactly what we need to know in regards to the new energy surrounding Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. The messages are general, okay? They may or may not resonate. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Don't force anything to fit. Cross watchers if you so happen to be dealing with an Aquarius. When Aquarius may be new into your life, you are also welcome here. Okay, just place yourself where you belong in these storylines. Please take a moment and click the like button, guys. All right, as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload on the channel. We do not have a pre-shuffle, which is quite surprising. I definitely heard Quiet Before the Storm. Okay, during the premeditation. I don't get that this is a storm that's really shaking shit up in a negative fashion. It feels like it's something that's hitting you out of nowhere. So it's sort of like you're driving down the street and then boom, right? All of a sudden it's raining. Okay, rain on your parade. You're like, all of these sound bad. I just feel like this comes out of nowhere. I feel like whoever this person is, you're not suspecting to meet someone. You're not looking for someone. This is coming at a time when you're not looking for love. You're not actually potentially even interested in anything long term, and that is exactly when they show up. So it could actually feel like a storm that has just approached. So for it to be using that sort of analogy, it could be that you have come through a tougher time, right? The sun is finally shining in your life again. Spending more time with yourself, really getting used to being single, or being used to being alone, or being used to just enjoying your own energy, right? Being alone doesn't mean that you feel lonely, is what I'm hearing. And then it's like, boom, here this energy comes. So please give us the energy surrounding this newer person. What are we looking at? Well, thank you very much. We have, winter. Okay. I heard storm, right? So like a winter storm. Perhaps instead of rain, it's snow. Okay, so you may be coming off as a little bit cold, a little bit distant, detached in your energy, not necessarily purposefully, but like I said, it's like you are just enjoying your own time, right? You might have a lot of options, but you don't have a lot of people that you're delving into just yet, okay? You may be putting a lot of people in the friend zone, or just kind of putting people on the back burner just to focus on yourself. And I feel like this is this person's view of you, the scope of this situation. They definitely know that they have to come correct, okay? We have nobody's motherfucking option, but that's in the reverse, right? So the way that I read that is maybe you are coming off as someone who is like no nonsense, right? Just very much so straight to the point. Straight shooter, pow pow is how I see these two cards together. There is this idea that they don't view it as you being cold. They view it as you being a little bit guarded, right? Being guarded of your own energy, being careful, taking care of yourself, not just allowing anybody access, or not just giving anybody access to your energy is very important to you. It's better than just having a whole bunch of people around. You rather just be alone. Hibernation. I'm also hearing hibernation. Okay. So maybe this person feels like a lot of people slept on you. Okay. They're wondering where all your options are. Yeah, they're wondering why you're single. I feel like that's one of their first impressions, okay? It doesn't matter how you meet this person. They are wondering why you are in hibernation, why you're alone, why are you available, right? They definitely see value in you, so that would be a valid question, right? We have, slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. So this is somebody who wants to take their time with you, okay? I do feel like their line of questioning is not as straightforward. Some of the questions that this person may ask you, you might not be really reading fully through it as somebody who is ready to lock you down. They're definitely keeping things surface level initially, keeping things kind of cool, okay, cool tempered. They don't want to get it too hot. They don't want to burn the fire too quickly. Slow and steady. That is what they're saying. So this is somebody who definitely believes in building a foundation. Okay. They like to date for a certain amount of time before they consider themselves wanting to court somebody seriously. Yeah. See, you see how this doesn't match any of the other cards that came out. Possibility to lead to marriage. So they definitely see you as marriage material. This is all these cards are in terms of this person's first impression of you. They definitely feel like there is an energy surrounding you that suggests that this could go either way. Okay, that's how I'm viewing this no options, right? I'm nobody's motherfucking option card. So yes, they have to definitely be on their P's and Q's. They need to have their shit together. There's also this idea that they need to take their time with this, right? I'm hearing like slow burn. But underneath the surface, this person is definitely seeing you as a very serious prospect for a life partnership. They see you as someone that they could spend the rest of their life with. They're not diving out the window and saying that it is so. I don't get this person saying, you know, you're my soulmate. I've met my person, right? Love at first sight type of shit. They are being practical. There's practicality here for sure. Okay, with these two cards specifically, right? That speaks to somebody who is not just trying to jump into something just for the sake of it. Everything looks good on the surface, but this is somebody who wants to dig into you is what I'm hearing. They kind of want to dig in to get to know you, get more details, get more acclimated with if the two of you actually have as much in common as it appears. But more importantly, okay, alrighty, all right. Yeah, I feel like the bells are ringing in their head. They kind of want to know if they're onto something, right? If they're tripping. Okay, we have there's only you, but that came out in the reverse. So this person is definitely wanting to know, are you actually not talking to someone else? Is it really just me? So that might be a little bit unbelievable for them, right? That they're not competing with anyone. And if you are single, how, right? Like that, it's like a sort of a disbelief on their end. Slow and steady. So I see this person wanting to court traditionally. Okay, so this might be the type of person who, you know, is very traditional. They want things to kind of go in the order to which they are accustomed. It's not that they don't compromise or they're not in a position to compromise, but I definitely see this person wanting more of a traditional lifestyle, a traditional relationship, okay? Like the steps going in order, right? We meet each other, we date, we become exclusive, then there's the titles, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the fiance, the marriage. That's how they're seeing this. It'll have to be up to you to decide whether or not that's something that you agree with, okay? So we have bay leaf. Okay, yeah. So they're not viewing you as guarded. They're viewing it as a protective barrier, okay? There's definitely something about your spirit, about your energy, right? Your personality in general that feeds this person in some kind of way, or it may just enthuse them to want to get themselves right. Okay. Not to say that they're not already well put together, but I feel like you inspire this person to want to be even better than what they've already made themselves out to be. Okay. They're definitely viewing this very serious quite early on. I just need you to keep that in mind. It's not that they're going to try to rush things, but this is at the forefront of their mind. Like when they meet you, I also get that this is somebody who may have put off a relationship for quite some time. Yeah, see, we have the masculine here, the divine masculine energy, boundaries, right? Being direct. So this is somebody, like I said, straight shooter, pow, pow. So that could have been their energy or yours that I was speaking of. I do feel like they hold very firm to their boundaries and they respect others' boundaries extremely, right? Like they are an extremist when it comes to respecting someone's boundaries. This is why they want to kind of dig into who you are as a person and get to know you before the two of you move any further, right? I do get that this is someone who it might go quite some time before you're like, do they really like me? Like, what is going on here? It's not that they come off as if they don't like you, but I feel like they just move extremely slow. So this definitely feels like a courtship that will extend a great deal of time or just a lot longer than what you are potentially used to. I don't get you being in a rush, however, so it should not be problematic. I am observant. Okay, so it says angels ask for your attention. Okay, so this is a connection that's coming in out of the generosity of your spirit guides, right? They see you doing your thing. You may have been single for quite some time for some of you, right? Like maybe you just possibly thought that that wasn't in the cards for you, a relationship or something long-term. Marriage potentially might not even be something that you believe in anymore. You don't want to be married again for some of you. I feel as though they see the work that you're doing on yourself. Okay, it says you have a heart of gold and are very skilled in maintaining balance and stability in your life. But this is something that comes in and kind of shakes things up in a positive way, right? But yet shaking things up still. I am observant. So I do feel as though there's this need for you to open your eyes to who this person is, because it's not going to be so readily apparent. This is not somebody who's going to come in and love bomb you. Like I said, they're going to come in and be very cool, calm, collected, just like you. You both are kind of giving off the same energy, and that does pose as just a slight bit of a obstacle, because who's going to get the ball rolling if you're both trying to weigh out the options, right? Weigh out whether or not this is safe, whether or not it is worth it, right? To dive into something so serious again. Oh, before we pull tarot, I kind of want to look into this person's past. Okay, let's see what they are coming from in terms of their relationships prior to you. Okay, these would be things that they've already healed from, however. Okay, but it will still give you insight in reference to, you know, how they navigate things. Our life experiences, even once you've learned the lesson, and you could also not be holding on to any baggage about said lessons, but it still does affect the way that you view the world, right? It shapes, is what I should say. It shapes the way that you view the world, the way that you view love, connections, relationships. Okay, so they were definitely dealing with someone who was masked up, okay? Mask on. Someone was not honest about who they actually were, okay? They could have been with this person for quite some time. This is somebody who avoided telling the truth because it was more beneficial to them. Now, we do have marriage here twice, guys, right? So this could most certainly be someone who is a divorcee. They could have already been married, okay? Common law marriage for some of you, like being with somebody for multiple years. But whoever they were with for this long term, it was a long-term committed relationship, 10 years or more. Whoever they were with, it's almost as if the last year, if you're with somebody for 8 years, right? And on the 7th year, they're completely different than what you've known them to be for the prior years. It's like, wait, what? I feel like that's the situation that they ran into. This person kind of ripped a mask off, okay? Yeah, they had a totally different point of view of this person, of life, of them. How did I not know? How could I not have seen it? How did I allow this to happen, right? This is where they definitely glowed up. They definitely transformed from this. They had no choice. They had no choice. Wow. I'm hearing it almost took me out of here. So this person could have gone through a series of depressive episodes, guys, because of this. There is a great deal of energy that suggests maybe they couldn't really see their life correctly anymore because of this. They blamed themselves, okay, for not being able to see the fake energy within this person, for not being able to see that it was a mask, that it was hidden, and for also allowing this person to be around for so long. I do see them giving a lot in this connection, you guys, okay? And I also see them fighting for it. So this point of view card suggests that this person may have even tried to still work it out. Maybe there were things that were in the midst, right, where it couldn't be a clean cut. So children, right, or just assets, things that they still had tied to one another. They tried to still make it work out. And I feel like that's when, boom, a tower came. They were forced out of that relationship. Their hands were tied. They had to go. They had to go. That's some painful shit. They still believe in love, but they also believe in protection. Okay. The protective layer comes by way of going slow and steady. So this is possibly what they're needing you to be observant about, okay? Don't jump to the gun by thinking, wow, we've been dating for 6 months, you haven't even held my hand type shit. This person is definitely one to move slow. But they're going to make their intentions known by way of their actions more than their words. And their consistency is something that you really need to place your eyes on. Okay. We have crickets. Yeah. Shit got kind of dark in their last situation. And I feel as though it's been at least 2 years is what I'm hearing. Okay. They've been single between 2 to 4 years. And now they're ready to get back out there. They went into hiding. So I definitely heard hibernation, right? That could be the case for both of you. I do see you meeting one another at a time where you're both kind of over it, or not over it in the sense that you don't think it's going to happen for you. It's sort of like you're just not even looking for it. You don't even think about it anymore, really, right? Like, you have other things in life that you're focused on is what it's feeling like. Yeah. From a time of anxiety, right, and pain to now just having a lot of hope for the future. Okay. Things getting brighter, things feeling light, more airy, things feeling as if they do have the potential to be on the up and up. In other areas, I feel like both of you wrote off love, right? It's just not a thing. Love on my family, love on my nieces, my nephews, my children, right, etc., etc. But romantic love, I don't feel was on the table, not necessarily until the two of you start to encounter one another. Now, if you've already known this person, right, if you've just met them not long ago, for some of you, it could be on social media. Keep in mind that this person still wants to move rather slowly. I see them wanting to take slow steps with all of these keys here, right? It's like these keys are symbolic of each level of the relationship, okay? The talking phase, right? The getting to know each other phase, right? We get down here, we're getting into meeting one another's family, right? Moving towards the access that is suggested to be a long-term relationship, or a commitment is what I should say. So let's see. This person, I keep hearing the phrase straight shooter, pow pow. They definitely keep it real, guys. Okay. They're going to be extremely explicitly honest, very candid. Any question that you ask this person, you can rest assured that they're going to tell you the truth, even if it doesn't make them look the best. Okay. They believe in extreme honesty. Okay. And that is by way of their life experience, right? They were dealing with a liar. They were dealing with somebody who pretended to be someone else for years. Now, again, they have healed from it, right? But that still doesn't take away from the fact that it happened to them. And that is how they have to build some kind of a protective layer to be sure that that doesn't happen again, right? I also get that they may have rushed into that relationship in the past as well. Okay. It's something that they have beat themselves up about prior to healing. And now that they've learned the lesson, it's just about moving differently. So we have, yeah, the Knight of Cups. And we also have the Nine of Swords crossing, okay? Clarifying the Nine of Swords is the Seven of Swords. So this, I'm sorry, the Nine of Wands crossing, clarifying the Nine of Wands is the Seven of Swords. So they wholeheartedly want a relationship. This is in terms of what this person is looking for. This is what they want, right? They want to be in love. This could be like a hopeless romantic, a lover boy, a lover girl, right? Like they love it, right? They like when they meet people who are in love. It doesn't matter if they consider themselves to be the masculine. We did see masculine energy. Masculines still want love as well, right? They miss the feminine touch of a woman. They miss the, the soft smells. They miss the laughter. They miss the connectivity. They miss, the strong hands of a man when they can't reach shit in the house, when something breaks, or take the trash out, right? Like opening their door. They miss, being able to be soft. That can go both ways. That's the Knight of Cups for me. This person yearning for that. Okay. Didn't I see that? Didn't yearning come out in one of these cards? Yeah, I see this person yearning for that energy once again. It is energy that they are admitting can not come from some of the other relationships that they have, right? Platonic relationships is not going to cut it. The Knight of Cups is a romantic involvement. It's a romantic relationship, right? It's a declaration of love. It's spending time together, right? It is having someone who understands you, having someone who understands your love language, right? Pouring into another person or sharing a cup with someone. That is what it is. But that still doesn't take away from the fact that they don't want to repeat the mistakes of the past, right? Like they are fucking tired of what has happened before. I'm getting like nice guys finish last or nice girls finish last, right? That could also be the Knight of Cups. This person could be a water sign or a fire. We have water, fire, and air. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Sag, Leo, Aries, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I'm seeing the water more as like their moon sign or either their rising sign in their natal chart more so than anything, even though that doesn't have to be the case, right? Don't force shit to fit. This feels like subconsciously, something that is happening on a subconscious level, the Knight of Cups. So they are wanting something serious, right? Like they're wanting a bad romance is what I'm hearing. Okay. Okay. Bad meaning good, guys. It's slang. But there's a little bit of fear there. I have to be honest, right? There's a slight bit of fear, especially since they've been single for so long. They've kind of had to not focus on this. They've healed themselves and they've just been focused on the other areas of their life. So they might feel like, damn, do I even know what I'm doing anymore? Like, do I want to do this again? They definitely are wanting to protect themselves, their heart, their energy, their feelings, right? Just everything that they have rebuilt. They're focused on that, but they're also feeling as if this shit is lit, right? Wow. They're definitely viewing you as a soulmate, someone who matches their energy. Okay. There's a comfortability here that I feel like you will also notice as well, but they're wanting me to focus more on this person's energy so you can get a clear vision of who you're dealing with. There's only you. That's in the reverse. They're now bringing this back to my attention. Not only are they wondering if you have someone else, they're also wondering if they move too slow, will they miss out, right? Will somebody come in and step on their, step on all the work that they've done? It's still pretty fresh, whether you've already met this person or not. It's still either at the talking phases or you're just getting ready to meet this person. The Six of Cups definitely leans towards there being an influence of already knowing this person, right? Feeling like things are more comfortable early on. Feeling as if you can be yourself around this person is the Six of Cups to me. It also feels as if you might actually feel like, damn, I feel like, we're best friends or something. We have so much in common. I feel like I've known you before or something, right? It's just like this inkling that the two of you might get. It does feel mutual. But the Six of Cups can also signify past influences, right? So that is really the theme of this reading, especially from this person's perspective. They are attempting to do this correctly, right? They want the love, but they don't want the heartache, right? So they're trying to be very super duper careful. And I'm hoping that that doesn't come off to you as cold, distant, detached, uninvolved, indifferent, right? Someone who is disinterested or not that into you, because that is not the case. It's not. You might make this person very nervous is what I'm hearing. Don't mistake the nervousness for disinterest. Yeah, they want you to really open your eyes. That's what this observant card says. There are things that you're going to have to recognize about this person that might not really be obvious to the naked eye. They're wanting to show you things about this individual because they don't want you to misread who they are or their intentions. Now, their actions are going to say one thing, but you're an Aquarius, right? So you analyze every single part of a person to be sure that you're protecting yourself. You're both on the offense at this time, on the defense. You're both on defense. Okay, right. So there's this defensive mechanism from both angles is what I'm hearing, where it's like, I want to protect myself. Well, I want to protect myself. Well, I'm not making the first move. Well, I'm not, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not giving you a key. Well, I ain't giving you a key. Well, how are we going to get this thing going? Is that even a desire? I know that they want it, but those past influences are definitely creating triggers on your end, and they're stagnating things on this person's end, right? It's crippling them from being able to say some of the things that they want to say, compliment you as much as they want, reach out to you as much as they would like to, invite you out as much as they would like to, or, be bold to like touch you or, say something, right? Like, it's sort of like this pins and needles thing where it's like, is it too soon? Is it too much? Is that too much? But then on the other hand, there's also this energy up in their head like, damn, I have to get this shit going. Otherwise, Aquarius is going to move on to someone else. I wonder if he has other girls who are after him, who are interested. I'm sure he does. I wonder if she has other dudes, right? Like that are hollering at her on a day-to-day basis. I need to get the ball rolling. I just don't know how. Damn. Okay. Wow. Oh, guys. The potential here is extremely beautiful, you guys, okay? I have to keep it a buck. We have Two of Cups now out. So it's definitely someone who you are vibing with, but more so than that, this is most certainly giving, a spiritual connection, a soulmate of some sort. This is somebody who's ready to love again, right? But they have a lot to lose. And when I say they have a lot to lose, it has more to do with their spiritual and emotional body, right? Their mental and emotional and spiritual body, not necessarily the financials. Okay. We have cups here, lots of cups. So that definitely is double confirmation of what they went through in the past, right? It really broke them. It broke them down. It's sort of like they feel like if they ever have to attempt to heal from something like that again, then they won't make it. Oh my gosh. But you are definitely like the siren for you is going off, babe. Okay. I feel as though this person wishes that maybe you make the first move, and that's up to you, right? Like, it's free will. Like, when I say the first move, sort of like bringing up the conversation of, you know, what are we, you know, or where could this go? Where do you see us going? What's the goal here? What are we working to? Are we working towards anything? Are we going to solidify something, right? Even if we're not making things exclusive in this moment at this time, are we still dating other people, or are we settling into one another and working on a relationship just with each other, right? They want to have that conversation bad. Okay. Now, I feel like that comes further down the line. But I don't see you opening that can of worms. Okay. You also have things that you have experienced where you are in a protective realm as well, protecting yourself. The potential to win here is beautiful, right? There is a potential for this to be a victorious relationship, a partnership, right? A real partnership, where the both of you are down for each other, right? There's mutual respect. There's mutual attraction. There are mutual goals and ambitions and morals and values. It's just, it seems as if the past influences are not allowing either one of you to say it to each other, right? Like, I think you are fucking amazing, you know? I think that you're beautiful. I think that you are handsome, right? I can see myself settling down with you. I can see a life with you, actually, right? All of those conversations are necessary to even get the ball rolling, right? Nobody says that it needs to happen tomorrow, but Ace of Pentacles for me is solidifying, what are we doing here, right? Like, where are we going with this? Am I wasting my time? Or are there others, right? Like, do I need to compete? Like, tell me what's up, what's going on the other side. So I feel like this person, instead of asking you, they're trying to be observant, right? Like, observe your energy, but you're not the easiest book to read, right? And I can vouch for all of us. People find it very hard to read us, Aquarians, right? So they're going to need a different approach for sure. If one of you can get this thing going, baby, it ain't gonna stop. It's going all the way. All right. Let's tap into some of the things that you need to be aware of, right? Just to be sure that you are protected. Okay. We're going to hop over to the extended. I definitely want to know what Spirit needs you to know about this person in relationships. Who are they? Okay. Do they struggle with anything in particular that can actually affect you and your own growth? Okay. The things that you've already gotten over. Are we endangering ourselves? Now, none of these cards suggest that, but that's something that I feel the need, or I feel intuitively guided to dig into. Let's see if there are any deal breakers at all. Okay. Any red flags at all that you need to be aware of. Let's see the reason why they are actually still single. Now, we know what happened to the relationship in the past, but why did that lead them to be single for as long as they are? Okay. Let's just be sure that they're not lying to us here. Okay. Yeah, people tell you what they think they need to tell you in order to bring you in sometimes. Now, I don't get that from this person's energy, but we just need to make sure. We just need to make sure, okay? Let's also see what additional obstacles, other than what has already come out, could further slow things down. I also want to know this person's actual intentions once they get you, right? What are their intentions for the future of this connection? They feel pure on my end. Let's be sure there aren't any things under the surface that you're not able to see. Okay, what would a life with them be like? If you decided to invest in this, move forward with this, right? Lean into this. What are you getting out of that? Okay, what could you potentially be setting yourself up for? Good or bad, right? Do they change once they have you? We'll also see the best possible outcome of this. Is it potentially able to go into this union, right? Marriage, long-term committed relationship, life partnership, whatever you want to call it. We'll also look at some time frames for that. Okay. For those of you who have not met this person, when will you meet them? Okay. Let's also see when there's potential for this to actually start moving. Okay. Moving towards the direction of becoming exclusive. When will they finally say something? When will the silence break? When is there a potential for this to move into exclusivity? When will this be up for examination to say, hey, we want to be together, right? Like, let's just be boyfriend and girlfriend, etc., etc. And I'll also look to see when your next long-term relationship potentially will be, and when will you potentially meet your divine counterpart if that is not this. Okay, we'll get some advice, and I will throw in a Ask the Universe reading. Okay, I'll give you the floor to ask a couple questions, but without further ado, click the like button, the subscribe button, and I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box. I'm going to see you guys over there. Let's go.